We rely on the physical laws of the universe working identically every single day. Gravity keeps us on the floor. Water runs down the drain. And when you brush your teeth, the mirror reflects your exact movements in real time. We don't even think about it. It is an automatic trust. But imagine you're brushing your teeth and something feels off. You test it. You lean slightly to the side. The reflection remains still for a full second and then, finally, catches up. You stop moving. You test it again. You move your head, and this time the reflection follows perfectly. You laugh it off, muttering that you're just overthinking it. When a rigid rule of reality breaks in the safest, most ordinary room of your house, it creates an immediate vacuum of safety. That single second of delay shatters our basic, comforting understanding of how the world operates. That terrifying premise is the foundation of a short story called The Shape That Didn't Match. The dread you feel reading it is driven directly by the literal, physical layout of the words on the page. Most stories are built with dense paragraphs that let your eyes glide smoothly from one idea to the next. This story is pulled apart. The author uses fragmented, single-line sentences, drifting alone on the page. This is a technique called micropacing. By enforcing massive amounts of physical white space on the screen, the author forces your internal reading voice to stop. You have to pause, wait, and scroll before you can get to the next thought. This extreme formatting manipulates your internal reading rhythm, matching it exactly to the escalating staccato heartbeat of the panicked narrator. After the mirror incident, the narrator turns off the bathroom light, walks back to their bedroom, and gets into bed. They try to rationalize the impossible lag as a simple lighting issue. Look at the exact phrasing used here. Got into bed, tried to sleep. The sentences are short, blunt, and devoid of emotion. They mimic the mechanical, forced calmness of someone desperately trying to convince themselves that everything is fine. But lying in the dark, the dread shifts. It is no longer a question of a strange occurrence in the bathroom. It is the sinking realization that something inside the house has changed. Then comes the first real confirmation. From the bathroom down the hall comes a small sound. A slow, careful step. Notice how the text sets this up. The phrasing, a soft followed by an ellipsis and a massive line break, physically forces you to wait in silence before reading the word step. The author has manufactured auditory anticipation using text alone. These short, clipped phrases act as a script for your own lungs. They force you to mechanically read, pause, and breathe at the exact same pace as someone actively hyperventilating. The narrator sits up in bed. Their chest is tight. They stare straight at the open bathroom door, looking into the pitch black of the room across the hall. A shadow moves in the darkness. Something steps out of the bathroom, and it is the exact same height and the exact same shape as the narrator. At the exact moment of this reveal, when you would expect an onslaught of terrifying details about the creature, the author strips away all complex adjectives. This mirrors a biological response known as cognitive overload. When the human brain is faced with a sudden, impossible threat, it stops processing highly detailed visual information. It prioritizes basic shape, proximity, and danger over nuance. The text gives us exactly that bare-bones data. Same height, same shape, me. The writing becomes stark and simplistic, accurately simulating a mind rendered inert by shock. By withholding a detailed description at the peak of terror, the story leaves a massive void. Your own imagination rushes in to fill that empty space, creating a visual far more horrifying than any elaborately described monster could ever be. The figure in the doorway doesn't rush the bed. It simply stands there, studying the paralyzed narrator, and slowly tilts its head. Then it speaks, using the narrator's exact voice. You moved first. Now it's my turn. Think about the implication of those words. In an instant, the main character loses all control over their own body and their own home. They are no longer the one dictating the rules. This line subverts the relationship between original and image. The reflection was the one that lagged before. but claiming it is its turn suggests a transfer of power. The entity is now the leader of the motion, and the person in the bed must follow. To seal this inversion, the entity offers a small, wrong smile, cementing the doppelganger's control over the situation. The success of this story relies entirely on two intersecting mechanics. It subverts an incredibly mundane object that we trust blindly every day, and it delivers that subversion through masterful, staccato pacing that forces you to physically feel the panic. True lingering terror doesn't rely on excessive gore or dense exposition. By systematically dismantling the boundary between the self and the reflection, the story guarantees you will hesitate the next time you brush your teeth, never fully trusting a dark mirror again.